Hi all, good morning. Welcome to Sasthra Analytics. Today I can explain one of the most important. So truncate and delete, those two are part of an SQL commands. That means truncate is part of DDL command and delete is part of DML command. So we can go through one by one command and we can see the practical as well as theoretical. So first I can explain the theoretical part. What is the use of truncate command? Truncate is part of a DDL command. By using this command, we can truncate entire data from a selected table. So in my table, I have a 10 records. In my table, I have a 10 records. I want to delete all the records at a time with the help of truncate. But it cannot be accept row by row deletion because where clause is not supported. And prior to that, we should understand what is the use of where clause. Where clause is nothing but a filter, nothing but a filter. That means I want to read only IT department data. In this data I want to read only IT department data. So I can go to filter, apply the filter, and I can apply the filter on my department name. So my department is IT. I want to see only IT department. You can see I can get only 4 records related to IT department. And now I can remove the filter. This filter criteria cannot be supported by truncate command. So one more time, truncate is a DDL command. By using truncate, we can delete entire data from a selected table, but table structure is available inside the database. But when we use a identity property on column, we have a one of the property called as identity. That means instead of insert a value by user, system automatically generated a value. Simple example, we have an employee ID, student ID, or roll number, hall ticket number, bus ticket number, train ticket number, your bank account number, your PAN card number, your voter ID, your Aadhaar number, all are not provided by the user. It's generated automatically by the system. If the system should be generated automatically, first user can define a property. In the database level, we can call that property as identity property. So I can create my table with identity property, and this table can contains 4 columns, and I can apply identity property on my employee ID column. That means I cannot insert my employee ID. The system should be generated based on the given starting value and incremental value. That means seed value and incremental value. Seed means starting value, incremental means row by row it will be increased, and employee name, gender, and salary. These are all the column names, and these are all the data types. It was represented the data into the selected columns. And now I am trying to insert my data into table. Insert my data into table. This is the command we can use. Insert into which table you want to be inserted the data, employee table, and I have inserted the data for these 3 columns. And at the same time, given columns and supplied values should be in the same order and should be same number of values. And you can see employee name is Dev, and gender is M, and salary is 25,000. And another row, Ram, gender is male, and salary is 45,000. I can separate it by comma delimiter. I can insert this data into my table. Insert my data into table. Now we can observe, first I can create a table. Okay, first I can create a table. Just you can execute this command, it will be created a table inside this practice database. Once you can insert it, once you can create it, and you can insert the data into table. I can insert the data into table. The three rows can be inserted. Now I can read my table. What are the records can be processed into my employee table. This employee table having these columns. I can select it, these four columns from this table. So this is the read statement. I can read the data. You can see employee ID I cannot provide it. Just I can define my starting value with the help of identity property. But here we can see employee name and employee names I can define, gender values I can process, and salary values I can process. But I cannot define my employee ID. But I have defined a predefined property on a employee ID column. So it will be automatically incremental, and that means system will be generated the value. So when can I apply truncate? The entire data can be deleted, but table structure is available. But table structure is available, and we cannot truncate a single row. Example, I want to delete only RAM record, but truncate command won't be supported because the where clause is not supported by truncate, because truncate command do the operation at page level. What are the values we have inside that page? Entire page can be deleted, and again it will be started from the beginning. Now we can see if I can execute again, the employee ID value begins from 1. Begin from 1. You can see the readable table. Again, it will be started with 1. But I can move to the delete. When I can apply a delete command, it's a part of DDL. It's a part of, DML, data manipulation language. Either we can delete a single row or we can delete a multiple rows, but table structure is available. But we said truncate cannot be deleted a single row because it deletes the data page by page. But when we can use delete, it deletes the data row by row. So if you want to delete the row by row data, we can get help from where clause. That means we can filter a single record or multiple records at a time based on our defined condition. Here, I want to delete a single row from my table, but prior to, I want to check my table having the data or not. You can say I have a data. I want to use a delete command. Delete from employee where employee ID equal to 3. The ID record 3 is related to Sita. So I want to delete Sita record from my table, execute, and you can see one row affected. And again I am trying to read my table, the Sita record is available or not. You can see the Sita record is not available. And now I am trying to insert one more record with employee name as Shastra. But what is the employee ID current? You can see the employee ID is 2, but current value is 3. Already we have inserted 3. That space can be occupied backend. The current row is 3, and when I'm trying to insert one more row, the next row of employee ID will be 4. You can see the employee ID 3 will be skip, and it will be display the 4. But we have a option to reset the identity property. Reset the identity property. If you can use every time, we cannot do the truncate. Maybe sometimes we can do the delete. On that time, whenever you can insert the record again, one of the ID will be skip. To overcome that, we have an option to reset the identity property. So we can do in that later part. And now I am trying to delete entire rows from a selected table. Previously, I can delete a single row, but now I am trying to delete all the rows. Now you can execute. Now we can read the table, but the table structure is available, but all the records will be deleted. Truncate, it's deleted all the records. Delete, it deletes the all the records. But identity property in truncate will be reset, and delete will not be reset. But truncate cannot be supported row by row deletion because of where clause not supported, because of It's delete the data page by page, but delete either deletion of single row, or maybe we can delete entire rows because it supported where clause. And the another unique feature, whenever we can apply truncate or delete, these two statements only deleted the data, but table structure what we have created, that structure can be available inside our database. This is the main difference between the truncate and delete. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned. Subscribe Sasthra Analytics. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.